There are 36 hostile mobs in Minecraft as of the 1.21 Java update. Each one of these mob types have their own unique design and oftentimes mechanics. The goal of these hostile mobs is to hunt down a player when said player enters their radius. One of the more unique mob exceptions to the onside attack mechanic is the Enderman. Endermen, as you probably already know, will only attack a player if they are attacked first, or, more notably, if they are looked in the eyes. Knowing as such, players will generally try to avoid making eye contact with the Enderman, or any hostile mob for that matter. Though, a mob has just been introduced that is an exception to this habit: the creaking. The creaking, as well as its native biome, the Pale Garden, was introduced weeks ago at the 2024 Minecraft Live event. While there isn't an exact release date for the horrifying new additions, they have already been released as part of Snapshot 24W40A. In playing the snapshot, as well as reading up on the creaking's features, here are some of what we know about them as of right now. Creaking will naturally spawn into the creepy Pale Garden biome at night, due to the creaking heart block being generated inside of pale oak trees. When daytime hits, the creaking will just fizzle away. When hit, a creaking mob will take no damage whatsoever. According to the release notes, the creaking is invulnerable to any type of damage, including fire. Instead of hurting it, a hit to a creaking will emit a particle trail from it to its nearby heart block inside of a pale oak tree. When the heart block is located and destroyed, the creaking will henceforth be defeated. Destroying that heart block is the only way to defeat creaking for good. While the idea of an invincible Minecraft mob that is only defeatable by destroying its source block is very cool, players' imaginations are more so captured by its feature that I alluded to in the beginning of this video. Looking at it creaking in the eyes will cause it to freeze up, and it won't be able to move at all. This feature of the creaking alone is what I am both very impressed and very horrified about. There have been a couple notable and well-known characters in pop culture history that probably served as inspiration for the creaking's eye contact mechanic the most. Those being the Weeping Angels from the TV show Doctor Who and SCP-173 from the SCP fan universe and game series. In both fandoms, these two characters are among their most popular and beloved horror figures. Even people who aren't necessarily fans of either subject may have at the very least encountered Weeping Angels and SCP-173 online somewhere. What makes these characters so terrifying to the general public is the whole eye contact rule coupled with, oh yeah, their invincibility. If you don't keep either of them in your line of sight, quick and horrible death follows in seconds. These statues, who are seemingly immovable by realistic means, don't appear as though they'd propose any sort of threat to the person viewing them. But within literally the blink of an eye, SCP-173 or the Weeping Angels will rapidly close distance between you and it. Running away from them isn't a possibility with these monsters. They're faster than you. Literally, your only immediate defense from the two is looking at them. The only way to prevent death is to stare it in the eyes. The creaking is the same idea. These tall wooden planks don't look like much of a threat at all. Though, when looking away, the creaking has a respectable speed they travel at towards a player. So, if you look away long enough, you'll find yourself victim to the creaking. The comparisons to be made between the three, as I've stated, are very similar. And with the success of SCP-173 and Weeping Angels in online and TV history respectively, I see the creaking becoming a foremost horror feature of Minecraft in their own right. I look forward to less educated players wandering into a strange and moody biome at nightfall, not knowing they've walked into a pale garden. As the player listens closely, they hear a distant but also nearby creaking noise from behind them. Turning around, the player is face to face with a tall, pale, skinny tree trunk figure. Examining them, the player decides there's no harm there. It doesn't even move. Turning to walk away, the noise returns. The player is horrified to turn back and realize the mob has moved much closer to them. Now, it's just a matter of time before the player realizes the plight that they're in. They're being chased by invincible mobs. Yes, plural, mobs, through a haunting forest, only defending themselves with the power of eyesight and nothing more. This scenario I'm envisioning is part of the reason why I'm voting the creaking as the scariest mob in Minecraft at the time of my writing this video. So, what do you think? Is the creaking indeed the most horrifying mob in Minecraft? Tell me what you think in the comments below.